Hey YouTubers, me again. This is the second one for today. So this is going to be kind of an odd one. Some of it's pretty obvious. This piece right here looks like camo tape. Trying to hold that together. That needs to be replaced. But when he came in and he says that when the throttle, there's nothing happening from here to here, and then he's only getting a little bit of a little throttle. It starts right up, but it has basically no power, and then this is going to be the culprit for sure. So if we go over here, because I'd already looked at this one earlier, it's got this little, here's your light, here's the little cover underneath of there. Get that out of the way, and then we are going to zoom in. Okay, you see that frayed mess of wires? I think it's like maybe one wire still left holding on to that thing. So that's why, I mean, obviously the throttle's not going to open up all the way with that being so badly frayed. So he's a one-man operation. So here's the deal. I've already gone and looked up this part, this whole thing from Echo. I think I actually found it on eBay. It's like 47 bucks. It's a PB9010 Hotel H. H just means that it has the hip throttle. Well, this part number is the same as this one, and this one comes off an 8010. The other one is a 9010 Hotel. So, because he is a one-man operation, and he needs one of them to work. If we get what was going on with that one, he prefers this 9010. He prefers this one. So what we're going to do, because the parts are interchangeable, is we need to take this one off, the 80, bring it over here, and put it on the 90. And so that's what is this? So we're just going to switch out the throttle handles so that he's got something today. Like I said, today's New Year's Day. And so he'll come by tomorrow, pick these up, and at least he can work until whatever it's going to take, like the 4 or 5 days for me to get the part and then work it into the schedule between all the other fun stuff. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay guys, so I think what would probably be easiest is that, like, I want you to be able to see like how all the routing and everything goes back in here. So normally you wouldn't have to do all this. You could reach in there with like a 10mm wrench and undo that, but I'm going to undo all these clamps and stuff, take it off, just so I'll be able to take and put the camera over here so you can see. So to remove all this stuff, it's like just like you're changing out the air filter, is take the cover off. Do that. There's two T27. Oh, that went right down in there. Oh my God, I'm just kidding. There's two T27. The first one just went right down there, and then here's the second one right over here. So that's all I'm doing, is taking those off. And these are plastic screws. No big deal, right? Oh, and there's 2 more down underneath of here. You can see those better than me. So 4 screws all day. They're all the same length. So it doesn't matter how they go back in there. I'm going to get this up and out of here. That's out of the way. I already undid these. That is out of the way. Got the 4 screws. There's that intake. This thing's a little messy. I'm gonna say that is just a little messy. That's oil. That's oil and gas. And dirt is getting past there big time. Look at this. That's mud. That's mud. That's not good at all. So anyways, so now I'm just going to get a wrench. I'm going to undo this. I'm going to undo that cable. There's another place down underneath it here that holds it. So I'll show you that in a second. What's going on? Neighbors are here. Let's see. It's not an 8. It's definitely a 10. So right here, I'm just going to take and loosen that up so we can get it out of there. I'm trying to do this all one-handed. Slide this up and out. And then down here where my fingers are, it's hard to see, but you just take and push that cable forward, and then now that it's free from the carburetor. You see how messed up that is. I'll show that to you again when I get it all the way out. Let's see. I'm going to lean this thing forward, you guys, so you can actually see. There we go. Okay, so like where this throttle cable, it comes in back from behind here. Here's the handle. Goes up through here, through the back, right up there. It's held in place right here by that one little bolt, and there's a bunch of other wires and stuff. We're gonna have to disconnect the kill switch and all that fun stuff, but we'll get it out of here. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, you can see. Kind of a long bolt. There's that one. I know where that one goes, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to get this little clip off of here. This metal. See if I can get that separated. You gotta keep them separated. There's that. See what I'm doing? Make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Just took that clip off of there. Now, using my little fingers, this is a kill switch. Should be able to just pull. There's one like there. There's a second one. And the way they have these orientated is like you can't mess them up. See, like 2 females or 2 males going together, it'll only go back one way. So that in itself is no big deal. And we're looking down. Hold on. Looking down underneath of here. I'm just showing you how the routing goes. See it wiggling right down there? Comes right up through here, boom, and then everything else is already disconnected. That's the end of the loop. So now we have to take this T27 out of there, and there's a nut. Whoops, sorry. There's a nut on the back side of that pretty much just stays in there. You're going to have to take and reach your finger back behind here when you go to put this thing back together. So now we're going to take and slide this off. If you're one of these guys, let's see if I can push this all the way through. Yeah. Now I'm just grabbing, can you see? I'm grabbing this wire loom. I gotta pull it out. I'm not gonna reuse it, so I don't really care too much about it. Looks like the best way to do this is just slide the handle this way, and then here it comes. I'll show you how it goes back in. Hung up right there. Come on, baby. Get out of there. Here we go. So it's out. I'm not going to bore you on the other one, but only when we go to put it back together. So you can see this thing's pretty roached. That's what we have to replace. I don't think you can just buy the cables, but this thing is mangled anyways right here. So I'm just going to take and pitch this off to the side. If you're doing this, definitely hold on to that. Definitely hold on to that trigger, because sometimes it's just those will break off even, and you'll want that. So hang on to those. We'll pull that apart. If you've never seen what's inside of them, what the hell? There's a little kill switch right up in the top of here. Oh, it's down here. See how it works? That little switch. See how that rocker. It's such hard to do this unless you're right in the camera. See how it works, that little rocker switch right there? So that's a good thing to keep. We're going to want that. Put that into our little hoard of parts. That pops right out. There's a little dust cover right there. If I ever want that. You never know. So I'm going to keep that. I'm also going to end up keeping that. This is how it goes in. That little piece can twist up right there. Get that out of the way. See that? And then the cable just slides up and out. Just that easy. I'm just kidding. So hang on to these. Alright, this is junk. Maybe you want to keep the cover, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm putting these screws back in. And then those screws are always worth a couple bucks. This cover actually does come off by itself. Right there. See that? And then that's how the wire loom is. You can buy just this, but it comes with the kill switch, the throttle cable, all that stuff. Anyways, see ya. Alright. I'm going to switch this machine out. I'm going to switch this machine out, get the new one, and then you can watch me take and put everything back in and then connect it up. Okay? We'll be right back. Okay, you guys. So, out with the old, in with the old new, but you can see that this cable is in good shape. So, how do we get this in here? I'm going to start it off. See, how close can I get you? How close do you want to be? Let me see. Got this new little tripod holder thingy bobby. Okay, so over here on this end, there's like a little half moon piece, whatever. Look in there, you see my finger, my baby finger sticking up there through the back side. Can you see that? Okay. Don't lose that little washer there, because that's what keeps it from slipping around, or makes it so it slips around. Okay, and then down here on the bottom, you just want to get the right angle and that you're going in. Feed these. I'm probably going to have to take and lay that down, you guys. Hold on. I'm going to give you every attempt to see the easiest way to get this done. I'm going to take this, lay it on his face. It's just easier. Get these pieces to come up through. And then here, let me take this out. I want to show you something. Being able to manipulate this thing, to be able to turn it, is going to be key into snaking it back up through all of this stuff. So keep that in mind, like when you're trying to get it up to go up in through here. You have to be able to take and grab that cable and work it around. And a little bit more table would be helpful, but we're just gonna plug on through here. And there's this. I can push it in more. Get that over to the side. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. Make sure these are all up in through there. I'm just getting the kill wires through down here, you guys. They want those to come up through that hole too as well. Now we should be able to start pushing this up through. I might have to grab my forceps. Hold on. Hold on. Real time, real problems. I got these. You guys. Let me see. There's the work. That's the part I need. Push, pull. Push, pull. Now I want to get those kill wires up here. Those are still stuck back underneath it here. Okay, so it's not all the way lined up down here yet, but you can see there's the wire loom that has the cable and everything. Here's my work back up here. Here is the ends that I just fed through. There's one right there, there's one down there. Here's the other two that stayed on the machine. And there's the throttle cable all the way up here. Excuse me. So I'm just going to take and finish putting this up through, and then we're going to take and bolt this piece up right here. So no big deal. No big deal. Look at all these. This is the way that they have this configured, is so that that bolt goes in there and stays there, but yet when it's inside this little arm, so that the arm can still twist. Don't lose those, or you're gonna have to try to figure something else out. Let's see, where's that nut that's back there? Maybe you get lucky and this one will just go right in and catch it. I doubt it. It never does. Guess what? It caught it. It caught the thread. We got so lucky. Alright, so now I'm going to bring this back up. Kill switch wire. Kill switch wire. It's going to be so crazy for you guys to see. So down here, all right, I got to get on my knees. So we got 2 wires from the machine right there. See? We call that's the female. There's the male. And then reciprocating on the other end. So now we're going to take and clip that one together. We're going to clip that one together. And then we have this clamp that's got to go on there. But that's going to be like the last thing that I do, or one of the last things that I do, because I want to get this throttle cable up onto the carburetor first. How can I get you? Here's what I'm doing. I'm bringing that carb wire up back behind. See if I can do this lefty. There's a bigger hole on the back side of this where it goes into the carb. See how it goes in there? I'll do it again. See how the cable goes? Drops in like that, and then that's what actually activates it. So I did not change anything on the actual, I didn't loosen all these nuts and stuff, so I'm going to temporarily tighten up. Just with my fingers, I tightened up these two 10mm nuts, and now I want to check and see if the problem is gone. So now it's still way up there. You see how much that it's pulling. That's all the throttle. That's every bit of it. So that's pretty good. I can make it feel a little bit better for the guy by moving this out, by moving that arm out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to loosen the nut that's, I'm going to loosen the nut that's closest to me. See if you can see it. There's a fly. Loosen the nut that's closest to me a little bit, and then I'm going to tighten up the one behind it. I got to put this down so I can get my work done. But see, that just took up a lot of the slack over here in the throttle. So there we go. Tighten that up. It's a 10mm. Just gonna hold it in the right spot. There we go. Wow! That ought to be able to haul butt. Okay. So let's see if we can make this thing responsive. Let's see. I'll put the choke on it. Yeah, there's a primer bulb down underneath of there. I'm going to do this. Prime it. Start it up. I need to clean this. I'm going to find out what the heck is going on. That's just mud. And that's going in there. Guys, that's not good at all. You know, it's eating some of it, so see what happens. Alright, we're going to start it. Make sure that the kill switch works, and make sure that the throttle response is good. And when we're done with all that, I gotta take and put that one screw right there, and then put the air filter all back together for it. So let's see what we get. There's a choke. Please don't fall over, Mr. Camera. Come on. Joke doesn't seem to want to stay running. it hauls the mail. I mean, it does really well, except for it doesn't want to idle. Let's see if we can't just bump that up a squidge. Watch out, Jax. And just pushing up the throttle. I'm not playing with the jets. Well, we took care of what the issue was, but I'm wondering if he's just got something like he's got, look at this, plumber's tape, plastic bag, whatever. You're gonna fish inside here and check out those fuel filters. I'm wondering if it could be something just that simple. Got a little hooky. Reach up to the top. There's a fuel line. Okay, now guys, this is just something that I do. I don't know about anybody else. It's got that little stupid ring on there. Want this to keep that from falling back in there. I take it, I clean that off with like paper towel or the corner of my shirt. And then I'm gonna breathe through it going out. I'm gonna breathe through this end and check out the resistance, because that's looking a little bit nasty. It really is looking a little nasty. So I'm gonna breathe through it. It takes quite a bit of pressure to get the gas to flow out of it. So let's go over here. SRM, purge bulbs and filters. What do we got? What do we got? That is not. I don't know if I have the right one. It's supposed to be weighted. Let's see. But of course, there's a little bit of a selection here. What I have done in the past. That one doesn't look that great, but it's got a weight on it. Yeah. Gotta be an old one. What I have done in the past is take and slide a couple of screws up the gas line. Nope, that one doesn't work. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That one's good. It's just a little dirty from being in there. Or this one's like free sailing. There's that. I'll just put that one on there. Slide this ring back up. Make sure that it holds. And back into the tank. Give it a prime. It might just pull it all up by itself. All right, let's see if we can get this bad boy to idle. May have just been that fuel filter, or it's going to need a little bit of carb work. There we go. this is starting to get way too long. There's a special wrench that you can get from Hypa with your kit there. And it's the one that looks like this, that just goes down to a point. That fits in there. So you can make, they're hard to feel that when they made the connection. I'm going to try it one time before I cut this video off, you guys. Come on. Choke. Okay, that was it. This special tool right here for adjusting. Let's see what I did. That's a low up here. See that? Right down there in the center. And this wrench fits down in there. So that fixed it. So now I should be able to just give it a pull. It'll idle. Take the switch off. That's that. Okay, so this is the 9010. Now he'll have this for tomorrow. He'll be able to go to work with it. Got to clean that up. I got to make a special note about it because that really has sucked in some serious dirt. So next time I got to work on this, I need to take and look at the inside of this, check for any scoring or whatever. And yeah. So now that 8010, we'll wait for this new piece. We'll get that done. And I won't show that one because we've already seen this one. But, okay. Now, steel pull saw. I don't know if I'll do that one or not. Anyways, hey guys, sorry it was so long. Thanks for watching. It's just what we go through, like as a small engine mechanic. And that's it. I'm done. I'm out.